Hello, everyone. Welcome to another on demand replay. This is a 3 versus 3 Nomad in the chat dummy account. Why no AoE? I'm taking a break from all RTS games for a while until I can figure out how I can give enough time because RTS games are very time consuming. And ever since I started my job, it's hard to get that much time. Every game is at least 30 minutes. So for now, I'm just going to stick to streaming replays as long as I can get some good replays. So looking at the players here, either this is a very old game or maybe recently some players have come back. Either way, there are some well-known players here. I think it should be a fun game. On Himalayas, on one side we have Felisberto, Forkman, Surge, Iroquois, Koreans, and Mayans. There's tier 2, tier 4, and tier 4. Well, Mayans, not really tier 4. They're very good on this map. On the other side, we have Boo as Lakota, Spyrodon as Romans, and Microsoft Word as Persian. So, undoubtedly, this team has the better nations. Yeah, no doubt for that. Lakota is a powerhouse on this map, especially if they spawn in a pocket. Let's see where the Lakota player spawned. Yep, Lakota player did spawn in the pocket. That is amazing. Why does it feel like I've casted this game before? I remember one game where Boo was in the middle. Let me take a minute and fast forward this on my own just to see if I have already cast this. Otherwise, I'll continue. I have cast this game before. I remember this now. All right, so let me find another replay. Hey, HNZ in the chat. This looks like a game I have not cast. And clearly blue is being observed by another guy, Booby Dooby Doo. This might be Kaitaro. I don't know. I'm getting very Kaitaro vibes from this name. Anyway, this is on Amazon. Let's look at some nation stats. Okay, blue was the observer, so whoever this guy is the main player. Got Japanese, Chinese, and Koreans. This is a perfect Asian team. On the other side, Iroquois, Bantu, and Mayans. This is a tough one. Now, Japanese easily the strongest one out of all of those, and Chinese and Koreans. Normally, I would, if this was Old World or Sahara, I would give an edge to this team. But since this is Amazon, and Amazon is a very turtly map, you can, if you can defend well and you can capture mountains, you can often win games, but just by that alone. So Koreans and Chinese, they do have border push advantages. They have a lot of defense bonuses, so it could work out. I think both the teams have fine nations for this map. Bantu is amazing. Mayans are amazing. Iroquois, of course. The teams have spawned together. Nobody is going to be on each other's face, at least not competing for territory right away. We have Emerald Mage and S spawning together. They're allies, so no problem. And there is Zen Mechanics, the Iroquois player. Now Iroquois spawning in the on the flank is great. They can easily start raiding both the Korean player and the Chinese player. Now I do see that Zen Mechanics is not as fast as his opponents. Both the Chinese player and the Korean player have started building their library. Zen Mechanics still too far away. And normally Iroquois do not have any bonuses. If you see it this way, Koreans and Chinese do have a bonus, slight fast start bonus, because a free villager for Koreans and instant villager production for Chinese, while Iroquois have a slower bonus where they can get food from their wood camps. It does help out, but it's nothing that gives you a boost in the early game. On this side, we have the Japanese player alone, but he's far away. It's very far away from both Bantu and Maya, so it should not be a problem. Commerce first. If we look at the scouting, I think Zen Mechanics has tried to scout his opponents, but unfortunately he has missed. Let's also check out some ruin bonuses. Oh, highest for Zen Mechanics, he's got 250. Hey, Oleg. Okay, finally they find Chinese player. I'm very surprised actually that Zen Mechanics did not go military. But anyway, I can understand. Now I can understand. I'll take that back. It's Amazon. You do want to keep your mountains. But this city still feels weird. I don't know why I feel like I've cast this one as well, but hopefully I'm wrong. On this side, and yes, this is what I was talking about. Chinese, they have a huge border push, especially if they can have access to gems. Koreans have huge border push. Temple is always available to them without Science 1, while every other civ requires Science 1 for Temple. And then as soon as the Korean player gets their Civic 2, it's free religion upgrade. So yeah, no, definitely this is a great setup for Chinese and Koreans. And I think this is one of those games where it might even be worth for the Chinese player to get a Civic 2, put a city here. It could be borderline suicidal, but I think it could work if the never mind, the Bantu player has his barracks out, so ooh. Oh, and the Bantu player trying to deny. Yeah, he's trying to deny this tower, but I think this tower will go down. Meanwhile, Iroquois player also tries to help out, but too late. And now that this tower is here, this tower is, yeah, it becomes an easy place to fall back for blue. That was a great move there by blue. Now I want to see if, no, he doesn't see silver. And I'm assuming these guys don't see diamonds. Oh man, this is so unlucky. A ruin and one of the best rares in this game just pending, not scouted yet. I'm gonna look at from his, okay, so if he tower scouted, he could find the ruin, but he could still not find the diamonds. That's sad. On this side, Emerald Mage is going to ignore the Japanese player and just go for Wonder. Yeah, I don't think he is involved in any raids. Meanwhile, S is trying to take this. I think he's trying to be in the range of this tower, at least get closer to this tower so he can bribe this at some point. And the city is completed. That gems merchant was destroyed. So yeah, this tower becomes useless. Now was this? Oh, this is the Civic 2. This is the fourth city for Bantu player. And here's a Wonder Race Japanese with tobacco. So that is something to be careful about. I don't think that Mayan player knows about tobacco. No, he doesn't know about tobacco. Actually, I don't know about tobacco. Where is it? I cannot find tobacco. I can see this marbles which he's already utilized. Ah, here's tobacco. But just the number of villagers that are being pulled. Oh man, is this going to be it? I think those two arrows might be it. I know for sure that green was leading. Then those two arrows. Now red gets it. Red gets it, man. That was a brilliant move by red. Also a suicide, borderline suicide there. He could have, if he lost this, well, he loses all of his Japanese advantage, and he did start it later. I think this tobacco did give him the confidence that he could just continue. Anyway, very nice spot for gems merchant for blue. So looks like blue is still here. Blue is not going anywhere, and Zen Mechanics is, holy shit, man. He does not have any resources. This is his only metal mine. See, this is the part I was talking about. You can starve your opponent as Koreans and Chinese. And the fact that they got gems as well. Oh, almost two villager kills there. Yeah, I feel very bad for Zen. The Korean player has hogged this giant +8 metal mine, and he's got a +5. Also securing papyrus there. I think this city doesn't get him anything except, I don't know. This city hardly gets him anything. But at the same time, I don't know where Zen could put a city. Even if he puts it there, he just leaves it open to blue. Here, at least he has some control over it. He's saving relics, and I'm assuming that Zen wants to get hold of this lumber camp here. Meanwhile, Japanese and Koreans, I mean Mayans, just chilling here. Japanese player is 13 minutes, and Japanese does not have 150 eco. That is not good. But then at the same time, he did have to pull a lot of villagers to complete that Colossus. So I understand. That diamonds is going to stay unscouted throughout this game. I think the only way this gets scouted is if somebody had a despot and the despot was passing through here, because only a despot has a line of sight big enough that it would scout that. A senator, if it passes through here, it will not see that. Or just randomly some unit passes through that. That's another way. Very good move by S. He's trying to ambush, just finding out what his opponent is up to. That's a good move. I think Zen Mechanics is in such big trouble that I don't know what I would do if I was in his situation. He could get rushed at Onondaga right now from both the sides. His capital is open from both the sides. This Zen is permanent on me. Meanwhile, what's happening here? Oh, so he got Hanging Gardens instead. Not bad. Hanging Gardens is amazing. Again, as I said, mountains are a limiting resources on this map. So let's see how many mountains every player gets. Japanese has one that he's using and another one that possibly he can get. So he does. So the other team knows about diamonds, not this team. That's sad. Ooh, seed snipe by Zen. So far, Zen is doing great. I mean, as long as he doesn't lose units, he's alive. It's all right. Kill 93 with Mass Army in H3. That's a free light cavalry kill. Great one there. Zen on this side. Zen is it's a very good plan from Zen not to try harass the Korean player. It's usually useless to try to kill the Korean player. They have amazing defenses, cheaper towers, free repair. Yeah, let's leave the Korean player alone and go for the Chinese player. Even though they have larger cities, but at least you have a better chance at killing Chinese than Koreans for sure. Eco for Penguin looking good here. Zen's eco also decent considering how much resources he has. His wood camp is, yeah, he hardly has any wood camp left. Oh, snuck in a heavy infantry and he's going to take the relics out. These guys are playing a very peaceful game. Here comes a siege factory. Also a siege factory here. Look at that, 100 knowledge income versus 95. So the Japanese player here is actually, he's got a more knowledge income coming than the Mayan, I mean the Hanging Garden player. Bro, what the hell was this? I did not see it, but this was a massacre. Bad massacre here. Blue is massing up really nice. Look at those archers. 1, 2, that's 8 archers. That's 8 upgraded archers. Just going to kill this silver and be on his way. Meanwhile, what's up here? You know, now this would be a great time for blue and yellow double here. But yeah, these guys don't see the tower. Well, even with the tower, I think some militia pool and blue would take this. That was a good one. He saves a lot of his units and most of his 8 infantry still, 4 light cavalry. That's looking great for him. Does blue have metal mine? That's a question. Blue, this is an unsafe metal mine here, and on this side this is also an unsafe metal mine, but at least he's got something. Zen has exactly 1 mine and that's it. He would have to save way behind, and he can't even do that. The only way he can do that is either he gets pyramids or he goes for Forbidden City. Man, this is looking pretty tough for Zen. He's been trying to pressure. I feel like at this point it might even be worth going for the Korean player, because so far S has not been able to put a lot of pressure. On this side, Japanese player has got a fort behind. I did not expect the Mayan player to be on the aggressive front, but he seems to be doing great. Emerald Mage keeping the Japanese player busy. Now, if the Japanese ramp up their armies, they would normally beat the shit out of Mayans. But for now, how the army is looking and how the eco is looking, I think Japanese player is in big trouble. Also, for some weird reason, despite the Colossus, he only has 103 wealth income. 112 now, but he probably needs that commerce 3. I think the third caravan gives a huge boost. But at the same time, green does not have that. And the only wealth rare he has is peacocks. Compared to that, there's two wealth rares on this side. I don't know what's up with this. Because Croissant also has a very good territory capture. Like, his territory occupied is a lot. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this. Sometimes the way wealth works in this game is weird. Taxation is not researched on this side. It is researched, so it might be taxation, but still, Colossus is supposed to be plus 30%. That is not something you can just offset by taxation. And he also has an extra gold rare. Oh, free catapult for... Yeah, that's a free catapult. That's a very nice army from Zen. See, this is the time. This is the time when whoever doubles, like Zen is in a position to be doubled, and Blue is also in a position to be doubled here. Whichever team finds their opportunity first is going to have an edge. Oh man, Zen does not have the city large, so 1 and 2. He only has 2 buildings here. If yellow can force Zen to fight here, that'd be great. Clearly Zen is trying to be here. Blue doesn't see him yet. Blue's line of sight does not allow him. He does see the horses. And unfortunately, Blue cannot do... I mean, yellow, he cannot do anything. He has to capture this city. That's all he can for now. Ah, come on. These guys are fighting separately. Blue is trying to take the city while Zen is trying to fight under attrition. I think this one is on light blue. Even though Zen wins this, I think they could have won even harder if light blue stayed with Zen. Or maybe Zen did not have to go there and just this is closer to him than anything else. Meanwhile, Zen trying to get a temple here. He would still need to put a lookout and another building. Oh, Penguin's trying to capture 2 cities at once. Zen is still here. Damn. That's 2 cities lost. Zen's eco is in 70s right now. I don't even know what's happening here. Okay, so as expected, slowly Japanese player has taken over. Emerald Mage does have a military 3 and he has tactics. No such upgrade. I mean, he does not have military 3 yet, Croissant. Now, if I look at the skills of these players, which something I should have talked about long back, I don't know how good Blue is, but based on how he is playing, I would say Blue is decent. He's not a noob, for sure. Croissant, I think last time I checked, he was an Inter, and normally I think in an equal Civ matchup, I would expect Emerald Mage to beat him, but where is Japanese versus Mayans? I think it's even, not bad. Oh damn, some spam bot is on the chat. No way. Is Zen gonna take the city back? It would be very weird if he does take it back. Oh, he loses his senator. Blue still holds a city, and a very important city at that. I mean, Penguin. Penguin holds the city. And meanwhile, now S has got a huge advantage. And yeah, this army is big. And I do not expect Blue to be able to fight this by himself. Blue should be. This is such a difficult one. Because Yellow should be winning his side. Just like Light Blue is winning his side. But Zen has somehow, just somehow, even if he has his eco dead, he he is holding, which I cannot say that for the blue. And once this city of Xinyang falls, next is Beijing, or Light Blue could just help out here. Yeah, I think Zen definitely did a great job here defending, which unfortunately blue got doubled, and his team wasn't able to take advantage of that. That is a massive army. Holy shit. Yeah, of course. Now we get to see the real bonus of Colossus. Apart from all the wealth. And yeah, the wealth is also I finally here 174 wealth. That's what you would expect from Colossus. 114 still for Emerald Mage. This side does not have a lot of wealth rares. I'll take that back. They have diamonds which they just have not scouted yet. I want to say this team has lost it unless Croissant can pull something off, because he's the only player who's not dead. Oh, very nice maneuver here. Three spies. Hopefully they are targeting different Yes, they were all targeting different units. That's a massive army. Some of these units are on not on aggressive. Okay, they are on defensive. That's all right. Emerald Mage loses. I think safe to say most of his army. Yeah, Emerald Mage could be dead. Now the only thing is I don't know why Croissant has his trebuchet right on the face of this city. Anyway, the Japanese heavy infantry. Yeah, there is 11 of these. These should be able to reduce the city. Meanwhile, S is here. He can easily capture Beijing, and there was one scout that was planted by Zen Mechanics in the early game. I never thought this would be useful, but this is actually coming very handy. Look at this. S can see that there is no castle coming up here, no tower. So this city of Beijing is up for grabs. Somehow, Zen is still here. This is a very difficult point right now for S as well, because he could just go and kill Beijing, or he could help out Zen. But I think Zen will hold. Senate has not been deleted, which I think it's a big risk that Zen is taking, knowing that right now he's only against one, but previously he was against two. So I think Senate should have been deleted long back. Anyway, Croissant is close to aging, and Emerald Mage can also age very soon. Who has silver? Oh, here is the silver. I want to say that there is no merchant has been sent by Emerald Mage to silver. Not yet. He's got 3 sieges. Bro, I just cannot believe that Zen Mechanics, after all of that, is actually on the offensive here. This guy lost 2 cities and half of his eco. And while I do agree that Iroquois are very good, but still, I think the Korean player, there were some missed opportunities by the Korean player for sure. He could have done better here. Yeah, I think that's all the armies. I've also noticed that Penguin has lost his senator a couple times. Yeah, now Zen is all right. So this game is falling completely on Croissant's shoulder right now. He has a massive army. I would even say he has an army that might 2v1 light blue and green. Okay, Croissant's just going to rush to Mayapan. I don't know if this is a new move or he has been told by his teammates that, oh, go for it, bro, go for it, go for it. All heavy infantry is on Mayapan. Where's the Senate is being moved right in front, and the crossbows are also attacking the city. Dude, don't lose your advantage right here. I want to say now he'll move it. Emerald Mage will survive, and he will live to see another day. So it's all good. It's all good. And Emerald Mage does have one scout. I don't know where that scout is, but I don't see the. Yeah, this scout has not utilized his craft yet. Meanwhile, on this side, Zen Mechanics is here again to help him out at Beijing. Zen Mechanics Japanese and lost Colores. Okay, that's what. Okay, that's Emerald Mage saying. But on the other side, Blue has already gone for Forbidden City. Now, this is not a safe Forbidden City anyway. Warwolf. Okay, that was close. Green could. I would even say that Croissant, if he had used his army better, like half of his time his crossbows were attacking the city. If he had used his army better, he could have captured the city. Heavy infantry is on the city and everything else is fighting the army. I think that would have done the trick. But anyway. And Blue is doing great to survive. I know a lot of players would give up by this time, but not Blue. And Zen Mechanics is back on his feet. Look at that eco, 160, 160, and all that metal that he can get. Which reminds me that the Bantu player was also low on metal all this game, because he only had one metal here. This was his only metal mine, and this metal mine was mostly in the Chinese territory before. Croissant is next stage, so I'm gonna focus on Croissant because he seems like the only player who can win in this side. Spam towers around Kolo. Let's see if S is going to move to Colossus. The Japanese player is going to travel completely in the dark. He does have his ambush. Weird city of name that I cannot say is being attacked. I am curious why this city and not Great Zimbabwe, because this city has all his eco. That would be the last city on my list to attack for sure. Mostly because it's hard to reinforce there. Blue on this side still continues to fight. He's not giving up yet. Where is Zen, by the way? Oh, Zen is going for Forbidden City. I think he's going to disregard his own city here and go for the Chinese city. And since S has a huge army, he's Bantu for sure. With 110 population, he should be able to hold 2v1. Meanwhile, Zen Mechanics goes for Forbidden City. While he only has 2 catapults and no supply wagon, he may still be able to capture this. I don't know. If Blue was to convert all of these to militia, there is a chance that something can happen. I think he's going to do that. Red goes for Zimbabwe. Light blue is going to 2v1, and I think he will 2v1 very easily. No problem from his side. Then Mechanics loses most of his army. And all because a supply wagon was missing. I think with a supply wagon, this would be a very different game. Meanwhile, Blue trying to take back some cities with militia. He might even do this if Zen is not careful. Because Zen does not have attrition, and without attrition, well, those militia can stay there all day. Light Blue loses a significant amount of his eco by losing Great Zimbabwe. His trade is gone. Look at that. 1 of 3 caravans active only. But as long as he has this massive army alive and he can upgrade this, I have no doubt that he's going to be great. Now yellow here is H4. Not much army, but he is H4. Yeah, these guys gotta go before there is an upgrade. Luckily, Light Blue does not have... unfortunately for Light Blue, he does not have relics. This is crazy, man. Blue might die here. Blue might die quickly here. Light Blue has moved his... Emerald Mage is doing a great job surviving. This is something that I can say about every player in this game. They have done a lot to survive. Here's a supply wagon. Just outside the city's range. I think Zen is trying to play it safe. Whoa. I don't even know if it's worth going for Beijing now. It's too late, man. Because if this city goes... I don't know if there's a timer or based on the scores. Never mind. This team has a much higher score, so it is possible that it's not an instant knockout. It could still be another timer game. Okay, I just realized, where is Red? Okay, Red is here. Red, and he has Hanging Gardens and Colossus. That is no joke. Those are 2 very strong wonders. I would say they are 2 of the strongest wonders up to H4. Then Angkor Wat and Versailles become the next 2 strong wonders. Colossus still become... I think in Nomad, Colossus is always a top wonder. Just because of that population boost. Let's see, will Red be able to 1v1 Light Blue? Difficult one, but I think Light Blue is just going for Colossus. Yeah, Light Blue might be going for Colossus, and if he gets Colossus out, Red is not a problem anymore. There are 2 capitals right here. I would even say 3 capitals right here if Red can go for it, but it's going to be difficult. I'm back. Let's do this. Oh, this is great for Zen Mechanics. He gets Forbidden City right when he's about to lose his capital. Works out perfectly from him. How did this game go from Croissant being alone to now he and Yellow dominating? I am very surprised how this game played out. Now, Red is committing big suicide here. Bro, that's 6 sieges. That is 6 sieges. Definitely should take out time to kill this castle first. This is becoming a capital race. S loses his capital and Red also loses capital, but Red doesn't care. Yeah, Red does not care. He has a much shorter timer. And Green is here. Green's capital is about to be taken down. The, bro, no way. No way this they're gonna win this game. I don't know what happened here. I feel like somebody sat idle for a long time in this team, and I don't know who. Because Croissant was the only one winning, while Light Blue had Blue's timer up. Blue was barely surviving. Zen Mechanics was holding here. So what happened this game? Emerald Mage has a 3-minute timer. S has a 90-second timer left. And Blue has played great this game. I cannot emphasize on how great this guy has played, because I know a lot of players would have given up. After losing capital, after losing Forbidden City, the fact that he still has an eco and he's still able to maintain an army, that alone makes him inter, at least a higher inter, if not a pro. S does have a huge army still, and the fact that there is no Colossus for Red. I mean, as in Red's eco is also in shambles, but let's see how this plays out. I think Red should be fine, and the fact that Blue is also here. I also want to say that these spies made it a lot easier for Red, because he was able to turn some key engagements in his favor throughout this game. HNZ Blue resigned. He was not in. I mean, he was observing, but he did not play this. Unless that was a wordplay that you were trying to do. Holy crap, that was an insane game. Croissant easily MVP. I don't even have to look at the scores. In this team, I think Zen Mechanics and S, they played very well. It's just that Croissant rolled here way too fast. And I think S and Zen Mechanics, they could just not kill somebody, because Blue survived with a Forbidden City, and I think nobody wanted to go for Koreans for sure. Yeah, I cannot say anything about Zen Mechanics' game. I think he did way more than I was expected of him. He helped S take this army and still did not lose his army. And I mean, he still was keeping pressure on Yellow. If anything, Yellow was not playing his best this game. But these guys pulled up very quickly after a while. More skills by Croissant and least skills by Emerald Mage here. And now I don't want to say that fighting Japanese as Mayans in age 3, it's very difficult. Japanese have a strong army, and Mayans have hardly anything for themselves. Anyway, that was it from me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll be here maybe again sometime next week. Bye bye.